Morning folks, back up in the hills today. I'll give you a little quick scan round. There we go. So today's message from Mull is resistance is not futile. So in some of the previous posts you will have heard me say that government guidelines are for 150 minutes of activity, moderate physical activity each week. But within that, we should be trying to get at least 2 days where we are employing a little bit of resistance training. So applying a bit more of a force against our body's muscles so that we maintain muscle strength, muscle mass, and also those muscles and tendons that pull on our bones will help to keep our bone density there and keep our bones strong and reduce our risk of fractures if we were to have a fall or accident. So really important that we try to employ some resistance work, and here's a few examples that you might be able to do even just in and around the kitchen, for example, in and around your home. Let's start down at the bottom with your lower leg. So if we're sitting washing the dishes, why don't we try some calf raises, where we lift up onto our tiptoes basically and drop back down again. Maybe holding at the top for about 5 seconds and then dropping down slowly. We could also try to lift our toes up towards our heel. Again, hold that for 5 seconds. That one does compromise your balance a little bit more, so you may want to make sure that you have a chair nearby, or use the worktop, or maybe have a wall behind you. Coming up onto the quads, maybe some simple sit to stands up out of a seat, or if you're on the phone to somebody and you know you're going to be there for a little while, why not walk around the house while you're making that phone call, and maybe stop every so often and put a little knee bend, a little squat in, and that's going to work your quads, your hamstrings, and your bum as well, which is a big bit of muscle. Really important for us moving around, really important for getting out of bed, getting out of a seat, getting off the loo. And then further up, why not some press-ups against the wall, which works our chest and our arms. So we're loading the bones from end to end, which keeps them nice and strong. And if you're drying the dishes, why not take that tea towel, grab it with both hands and pull down with one hand, up with the other hand. You won't get any movement, but we'll be working on bone density in the wrist area. So there's some simple exercises that you could do in and about the home while you're going about your daily chores, your daily routines. We will be putting a bit more on the website this week on other exercises you can do within the house. Of course, some of the best things you can do for this is get outside. So if you're somebody who's into woodwork or gardening, gardening is absolutely fantastic for maintaining bone density and muscle strength, especially if you're doing a bit of digging. And those of you who have been out in the garden this weekend might be waking up today with a few little aches and pains in the muscle tissue, which is fine. Okay, as long as you're not in agony, that's grand. It shows that you've been working the muscle tissue, you've been applying a load to the bones, and that's going to be really good for you going forward. So that's today's message from Mull. The wind seems to be dropping. It was blowing a hoolie this morning, and I hope you're getting used to these slightly darker mornings. That was a bit of a gutter for me this morning, but it is brightening now, and hope you have a good day, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye bye.